Earth, birthplace of the Autopolis International race, a place where my human organic alter ego in disguise, better known as WRL Podium 13, will be driving a Megane trophy race car. He has started in 6th place. He is my driver. I am Septimus Prime, and I will be commentating this race. No, do not attempt to remove me from the microphone. But I must break through! Hello! This is your host, WRL Podium 13! Greetings, fellow watchers and racers. We are here at the Autopolis International Racing Course Short Court Course. Man, that's a lot of courses and words to say, but we here. Yeah, we are. Okay, I'm a little tired. I'm a little wired because I had to do an interview. For those of you who didn't see, go check out the Hugh Hatrick Sim and Race Driver Show. Did I get all that in there? I may not have got all of it in there, but you've heard of Hugh Hatrick. Had to do an interview with him today, and I think it went okay. I think. Hey, there's a Lightning and Key 25 on that Megane trophy. Renault Sport. So we are here, ladies and gentlemen. We have Chromatica Boy up in 18th spot. It doesn't look like he put up the qualifying time. Either that or we just can't see it. DZD. Or is it supposed to be DVD? DVD? DZD? Now, this is actually the second attempt, and it's a very humongous risk at me doing this race because let's go to the back. Let's find a car in the back and watch the chaos. Let's see if there's some chaos. We're going to watch the car from the back. Let's see what goes on. You know, maybe we should start watch with me because, of course, this is, you know, your host, Septimus Prime. No, actually, no, this is WRL Podium. Septimus Prime. No, WRL Podium. Septimus Prime. You are my alter ego. No, you are my alter ego. Don't get it confused. All right, as you can see, Triple H the Sting got himself a good start because apparently the WRX was a lightning bolt off the... Oh, my goodness. And as you can see, Cheese Noodle is just going in there just wiping everybody out. I'm not even sure he even used his brakes. He just drove it in there, man. Good grief. Let's go back and check that out again. Where is he? Is this Cheese Noodle? Yeah. Actually, I guess what else are you supposed to expect when you got R4M at the beginning of your name? Let's watch his inputs. Did he even brake? Oh man, he braked like 4.5 days later. Good grief, that was some carnage. All right, let's see. Let's go watch it from idiot's perspective. Why in the world would you call yourself idiot? But let's go watch it from idiot's perspective and see what happened. My goodness, look at all that carnage in turn 1. Somehow I was able to stay on the track and not get pushed all the way off. So let's go look at your host, WRL Podium 13, who seems to be lost in this complete gaggle of cars. That's a whole bunch of cars. There he is with that bright golden, green gold? What do you call that? Green gold, shiny Chromatica paint job livery? The followers, is that what that says? I don't even know. I just saw it. I thought it looked pretty. I didn't pay too much attention to too much of what the livery was looking like. But as you can see, I'm mired in a whole bunch of cars, but I'm still rolling up front. So far, I've gained myself a spot. I'm in 5th spot. So let's go down to... Oh, excuse me, everyone. For some reason, I got the coffees. Now, Cheese Noodle got himself that penalty, but as you can see, he's still driving a little... Whoa, he's still driving a little crazy there. He just bum rushed me and pushed me all out of the doggone way. What's going on with that, Cheesy Noodle? You know, we have to call your daddy. We're going to tell the Cheetos Panther, the Cheetos Cheetah, we're going to tell your Cheetos Cheetah daddy up on you. All right, so we've got, who are we with? We are with, who are we with? We're with Mop Cantilever. Let's see. Yeah, he's in. Okay, let's watch this because I think I remember this. We're on lap number 2 right now. Forgive me, I am a little tired, so I'm probably going to be just a little bit off, but I'm going to try to do my best to do a at least okay commentary. So we're going to keep our eyes. We're riding with Equus Ferrum right now. Equus is pretty good, but as you can see, this guy, he's just bum rushing everybody. Idiot got himself a penalty. And Equus just got knocked off. Let's go back and see what happened. Let's go and see what happened to Equus. We're going to have to go back a car or two and try to see if we can find out what happened to Equus. Equus is rolling in. Where is he? Oh, he just got hit by ZRT LaSuite. Did ZRT LaSuite get hit by anybody? I don't know. But up there with Andre Sav, someone who very rarely, if ever, changes his liveries. He's basically always got the same kinds of liveries on his ride. But I'm right there before him, and I'm back in the 6th spot. Andre Sav, yeah, of course, and we're riding along with Idiot, who has himself a 1 second penalty. Who is that? Yeah, that's MOP Cantilever. Is it Cantilever? Yeah, Cantilever. See? I make a habit of doing that. As you can see real quick, we'll come back around. Let's ride with me. Ride with me. Ride with me. Your homeboy, let's ride with me. Now, when I'm riding behind somebody and I see them ghost, usually I try to avoid them because as soon as somebody starts ghosting, I remember riding in a race once, and as soon as the person started the ghosting, I hit them, even though they had just started to ghost. So if I can help it, I usually would prefer to wait and to see if like a few nanoseconds or kiloseconds or milliseconds have gone by first before I'll try to go through a car, because you can try to go through a car and you can still hit it. So I usually try to wait a little bit and do everything I can to avoid hit them, because you can hit a ghosted car. It's happened to me, and you can hit one right when it's coming out of its ghosted state. So as we go back around, as we make our way back to the back, we'll see that there's still some cars. What is that? What was that? 10 through 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's about 6 cars right there? Oh yeah, there we go. That's about 6 cars right there battling back there. And then of course we got the cars in the back where not much is going on. This guy, ZAS 2408, is running in last place. We got Rugged is running up in 18th spot. Samuel is running up in 17th spot, and he's watching the cars up in front of him. We got H2O, we got Waterboy. He looks like he's about to lose the slipstream, and we got Dragon Porridge right there behind Equus. Equus is behind the DVD. I call him a DVD. I know it says DZD, but it looks like DVD to me. Anytime I see it, I see DVD. And then of course we got Mop, who served his penalty, and he's right there behind the Key Lightning Mobile. The Key Lightning Mobile livery. Let's go take a look at it. Somebody got themselves a Lightning and Key Mobile. Look at it. That's ZZ Man. He went and borrowed Key's livery. Not bad. All right, let's go back up here and see what's going on. At this particular point, as we can see now, it looks like people have settled down. The beating and banging has calmed down just a little bit. It's calmed down a little bit, and everybody has gotten themselves pretty much kind of in a line. Everybody's settled down now. So what we can do is, let's go up here and find your host. Septimus Prime is back. I must take over this voice now. I wish to speak. Septimus, come on, man. Let me do my thing, homie. I'm gonna send you back to I'm gonna send you back to your broken planet. Please do not send us back to this planet. We like it here on Earth. Then let me do my thing, homie. All right, I will let you do your thing, homie. All right, apparently I have gained myself another spot. We're up in the 5th spot right now. But I do remember this particular race. Like I said, it was pretty risky. We got a pretty good ways to go. So at the moment, I seem to be doing okay. And if you get inside the cockpit, we're riding, we look behind us, we got ourselves a pretty good distance on Andre Sav, and I got, Pyraf is right there in front of me. Now, I was getting a little concerned because I was like, man, I needed a bit more practice so that I can get these turns and get my acceleration points right. I needed to be on this particular rumble strip in that turn right there. Let's go back real quick, couple of 10 seconds. I needed to really turn the car in here a little bit better. So I needed to have been, right there. You want to use it to help turn the car. and get on the accelerator, because if you get on the accelerator too quickly, you're going to go wide. So you needed that rumble strip to help to turn the car. And I was getting upset with myself because, see, for instance, that's way too wide right there. I needed to hug that line a little bit more because I needed to catch those guys, and the time was going to run out pretty fast. So I really wanted to catch them. So let's move it on forward a little bit. As you can see, your host, WRL Podium, in this nice upside-down love heart on the hood livery with marble. This livery is kind of conflicted. There's almost a little bit no balance, a little bit of not much balance going on back there. But we see Andrew Saff. He's got somebody on his swell. LeSuite is on his rear end, on his rear end. LeSwell. I guess I got LeSwell mixed up with LeSuite, and I don't even know what I was trying to say. But he's got LeSuite all over his rear end. Some good racing going on back there. As we move up to the front, we'll see the guy who's out front, who's actually up in the grass. Did he not get a penalty for that just then? Vanity. He's leading the race in that 4C, because the 4C was pretty dominant. But I chose it because I chose the what do you call it? The Megane. I chose that because Key chose it. So these guys are pretty much kind of running away with the field. We know that WRX is fast. We know that Vanity is probably fast too, but it's also probably handles very well. And so I had to do something really quick because I was running out of time. It was very busy yesterday. So I had to even though the first race didn't start to 8, I had quite a number of things that I need to take care of. So as you can see, I needed a little bit more practice in this car because, oh man, I just wanted to catch those guys. But my lines, let's ride with me. From the view that I used, this is the view that I used right after the in-car cockpit view. This is the view that I used. And I was taking these turns, and I was getting, as you can see, I was trying to get close to them guys. I was trying to get off this corner just right. It kind of, this is an off-camera track like crazy. Even the little small shortcut version. And I needed to get these in, get that wheel, that left-hand driver's side wheel up on that rumble strip so I can get up on that throttle so I can catch them. But that 4C was basically kind of taking off in those turns, probably because of the MR car. At least that's what I think it is. And it was getting off those corners really well. But as you can see, I kept getting close to him, but sometimes I kept losing the slip. And I kept thinking, man, I need to catch these guys. So let's move on up a couple of seconds and watch it up through here as I take these turns, because I wasn't very confident on my lines through these turns. As you can see, I swung out and I lost time right here. So as you can see, I wasn't really catching him, and I was getting really upset with myself. I was like, man, I can't get this thing to turn. But it was because I didn't really do much practice, and that's kind of my fault, because I can't remember. I was watching something yesterday, and I got home early enough. I thought the first race didn't start to, I got home late, yeah, but when I realized that the first race wasn't going to start till 8 p.m., I was like, oh man, I had a couple of hours, but I was watching something. There was so much that I needed to try to catch up on. So see, look right here, as you can see me, I'm just losing all kinds of time because I wasn't going through these turns very well. And as you can see, we're on lap 8 now. We're about to approach lap 9. So with not enough practice with this car on this track, I really couldn't get as close to where I wanted to.
Well, maybe that's exactly why you couldn't get as close, because you have decided to not allow me to speak. I am Septimus Prime. You are my alter ego.
Septimus, bruh, seriously, you gotta cut it out, man. You gotta learn how etiquette works here on planet Earth.
Dirt. Planet Dirt. You might as well just call it dirt.
Are you talking about my planet? At least I still got a planet. Your planet blew up.
Please don't remind me that my planet is no longer around. I no longer have a home.
Oh, you got a home. You got a home, brother. I'm just messing with you. But stop interrupting me. Okay, now, we were still trying to follow these guys up here. And as you can see, Pyraf and Young Viper, they started to race a little bit. Even, see, as you can see, but I could just not get my lines right. Again, I didn't really have that much practice. I just practiced mostly on following the Ghost in the time trial during the free practice. So, and then of course I had the first race. Now the first race I got myself 216 points, my personal best ever, in the FIA race. So I was like, oh man, that should have been a one and done, because I think I finished 8th place. I was in the same lobby as Cam, and I forget some of the other ones, but This was a lower lobby because I was wondering if maybe I was going to be in the same lobby with Cam, because I was able to put up a faster time than he was, although I wasn't in his lobby because his DR was more like 61 something. I haven't been paying attention to my DR because I've decided to let the FIA race this WRL Podium account on when I do the racing school, the Podium Racing School French Challenge, and FIA. So I don't really pay attention to the DR. I don't go to the daily races to try to build the DR back up because I want to let my DR grow as a result of the daily races. That's why I created the other accounts, so I can use those to do some online racing when I do some streams. But as you can see, I wasn't taking my lines very well here. And as a result of not taking my lines very well, we're on lap 10. We're about to crash, get to lap 11. I was technically faster than they were. As a matter of fact, that 111.959, let's go, let's see. This guy put up a 112. He didn't put up 111 time. He didn't put up one. He didn't put up one. He didn't put up one. I think, if I'm not mistaken, throughout the end of the race, I put up the actual fastest lap with a 111. Nobody else, even in slipstreams, put up a 111. I put up the only 111 in the race, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have to see when we get to the end. But I was not catching these guys, and I should have been, because I was running some fairly good times, and I think I could have run a whole number of, but again, I wasn't really familiar with the track. And then once I get in the race, I was so anxious to see, look how close I am right here. Look how close that I am on them right there. I am right there on them. I should have been up there and gotten past them, and probably should have got myself a podium. I could have lived up to my name. Now, I lived up to the 13, but the next one you got to live up to is what? Well, when you got 20 people in the race, well, we only had 19. Ideally, your next spot would be 10th spot, because you want to at least get a top 10, or you at least get a single digit in my case, but I got to live up to the podium. And as you can see, finally I'm catching them. But let's watch what happens as I take this, let's go through this lap right here. We'll just watch. We'll just watch and see what happens. Pyraf, the American, up there in the 4th C, is doing his thing. There's your host, WRL Podium 13. Pyraf doing his thing. He's sitting up there following Young Viper. Triple H and Vanity, they're gone. So as we're watching them, you see what happens. Pyraf moves to the outside. So we're going to have to back up a little bit now. We're going to have to go back with me and watch. And we're going to watch to see what happens with Pyraf. As Pyraf's coming down on the inside, Young Viper is doing the defensive line, and I'm a little tired, so my brain is not working out like well. He moved a little bit out. I don't know if he did that on purpose. I saw the door open. I decided to go ahead and take it. I got myself in front of Pyraf. I don't know what you guys think about that. Do you think that was a little... But I'm thinking, do you think it was a little rough? I found myself thinking, okay, the hole was open. I dove it in there. We're on the penultimate. No, we're not on the penultimate lap. We're on the last lap. I'm thinking not anything goes, but you would probably do a little bit more aggressiveness on the last lap, because I'm thinking, hey, it's kind of almost like in NASCAR with a bump and run. So I am trying to learn my FIA, etiquette when I'm doing these races, but I still got that Southern boy, American style NASCAR bump and run on the last lap thing, man. That's what I'm thinking. He opened up the hole, I rolled it up in there, baby, and I'm saying, yeah, here we go. So I'm sitting up here riding behind Young Viper, and I'm thinking, see, I messed up right there. Dirty air likely. I messed up. I didn't do the turn so well, because I should have bent up on him, and I should have caught him a lot sooner than I was. And I was, as you can see, coming across the line, your host, WRL Podium. For instance, let's go back. Let's go back and watch a little bit more than that from my perspective as I was behind him. As you can see the lines that I was taking. Let's go back a little bit further. Let's take matter of fact, let's go back here and watch how I decided to take this. I saw him go wide. I dove it onto the inside and maybe even used his car to turn mine. So that might have been a little unethical. It might have been a little salty. It might have been a little, little peppery. But I figured, hey, I got to go, man. I'm trying to get myself a podium if I can run these lines right.
Maybe you would have run the race if you could have run those lines a little bit better.
Come on, Septimus, don't do this to me now, man. I so wanted a doggone podium. I was grateful to be where I was, and I was like, hey, it could still been it, but... And who knows, maybe I was taking it a little bit easier, and I didn't want to be a little too more aggressive, because we still had Pyraf right behind me. These turns are really these turns are really rough, especially this last turn well, it's not the last turn, but this particular turn here. I need to start learning these turn numbers. But as you can see, yeah, if I had taken maybe a better line, I probably could have passed him, but it should have happened a whole lot sooner. But I realized we were getting too close, so I just decided to stick with that. Go back 10 more laps, and I want to get this perspective as we go around the finish line. The finish line, yeah. So coming around, I had Pyroff right behind me. So I think at this point, I pretty much realized that I wasn't going to get much done. So I just decided to go ahead and settle for that 4th spot. But I should have gotten a podium. It should have happened. So as we go through the times, did anybody get? Yep. As we see, I actually at least did get that. I got the fastest lap of the race. So I at least was able to do that. And I will take that. So that's how that race went. And I can't remember the actual points, but I think it was 231. So it actually turned out to be a pretty good race. It was a very, very, very risky thing to do because I definitely did not want to go again because I really wanted to just do a one and done. And those 216 points I think I got in the first race, I realized that if I was going to go again, I was taking a huge risk. But as you can see, it worked out. And this is your host, WRL Podium 13, signing off.
Are you not going to acknowledge that I am here, that I am waiting? This earth, birthplace of the human race, is a wonderful planet, but you are a young species. You have much to learn. You are capable of great compassion.
Septimus, you've been hanging around Optimus too long, bruh. You're going to have to stop with these long-winded conversations and stuff, man, and monologues. You just got to let it.
This is how we speak on my planet.
Prime talks like that. Why you got to imitate Prime? You're supposed to be Septimus.
I admire Optimus Prime. He is a close relative, and I must imitate him. He is a great leader.
Yeah. All right, y'all. This is WRL Podium 13. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you liked the content. Hope you consider subscribing. Hope you consider hitting the bell notification and the like button and come back and hang out with me, man. I'm getting up out of here. Everybody, have yourself a wonderful night or day or whenever you're watching this video. Yeah. All right, let me go. Y'all have a good one. I'm out. Yeah.